I can recognize good graffiti from god-awful graffiti, and most of this is really just god-awful. It's not good in the least. So we've got, it even added weights. So the primary metric, flow and rhythm, and then confidence / line quality, and then originality. And I think there's not going to be much originality in a lot of these. Okay, so if we go to a tagging tag, okay, on our tagging tag, then we can start adding the properties. Let me just check if we can. Okay, cool. So the number, we can actually have multiple choices for this. So we can add, and we won't tick only for tagging. We'll just have like 1, 2, and we'll add all the numbers up to confidence / line quality. The page name can't include a slash, so we will have to change that. Now we're starting to see something a little bit better. We don't have, I mean, we still have less. We still have less. So, I mean, that's pretty lame. But at least this is at least half decent, right? You got a good, nice mix of color, and I mean, this person clearly knows how to use a spray can, at least rudimentarily. So we've got our throw ups tag. Let's create the quality, the letter balance. And the good thing about these properties that I'm seeing so far is that they more or less seem fairly self-explanatory. We just want to get through creating these because it's a bit tedious. So we do the work up front so that we don't have to keep doing this work over and over again later. Speed, efficiency. I have no idea how we're even going to judge that, but we will endeavor to try. And like I mentioned before, having piece as a tag, as in like a piece of something, could interfere with other things. So, okay, and then the last one, wild style. Okay, but one unfortunate thing about us doing this is there's no way to do calculations in Logseq, which is a little bit frustrating. But at least in the Markdown version, there is ways to do calculations, even though it's not that great. So I think that's one of the biggest weaknesses of Logseq, is the inability to easily do calculations. I think it would extend the functionality so much if you could have a number in a column, for example, and then just have another column. That would solidify Logseq for me to be able to basically handle anything that I want to be able to throw at it. So I think we are ready to get rating the graffiti. How this was, like, we've got this rating out of 1 to 10, right? But I just don't like that. And more of the same crap. So I'll give this like a 1 out of 10. 0 if we want to include 0 in the scale. All right. Because 1 to 10, I mean, like, who actually uses 1 to 10? I mean, we're just guessing anyway. And whenever people use a scale of like 1 to 10, they only know sort of in the ballpark. So, they're probably just choosing one of 3 potential options anyway. So it doesn't make much sense to overcomplicate stuff. Okay, so this is a weakness of Logseq database version, in that maybe if we change the property, no, even then. But we're making a right mess of this. It technically would have been easier to simply just accept the 1 to 10 scale, but I'm not about that. 3-step scale. I was thinking something along the lines of basic, intermediate, advanced, or maybe just like simple stuff like maybe good, bad, or mediocre. Good, good, bad, mediocre. All right, we're going to judge some of these graffiti on their merit. Got here. So the whole point of this, and I think the biggest takeaway from all of this, is that we create these properties so that it makes it easier for us to catalog things in our life or whatever we want to catalog, right? So for this one, it's just awful all around. So for the flow and rhythm, we can say that this is bad. You see here that they didn't think it through very much. They wanted to say fuck capitalism. So, yeah, starting to get some color, a little bit of artistic talent, but still not very much. And that one is okay. Dog shit. The alien kind of looked okay, but then other idiots have come along and tagged it with their bullshit. And just absolute dog shit graffiti. Skull here looked okay, but the control of the can is pretty awful. As you can see, the paint has been dripping a lot. Practicing with their lettering. I don't, like, just a side note, I really don't know that much about graffiti, but I know I can recognize good graffiti from. So we can do the same here, graffiti, tag, and then this is also tagging, tag. Actually, if we go to the tagging tag, we can say that this extends, it already does extend graffiti. That's curious. And I don't understand why extends sometimes works and sometimes doesn't work. I mean, technically we could say that the flow and rhythm is perhaps a little bit better than the last one. So we can say it's mediocre. Confidence, line quality is a little bit better, but it's still mediocre. Originality, I mean, it doesn't have any, I don't think it necessarily has any originality. I'm just going to say it's bad for that. Okay, so this is extending the graffiti tag successfully. So we get the style from the graffiti tag itself. And so this is working as intended, so that's nice. Confidence and line quality, it's okay, but I mean, you can see with the S, it's not very consistent. So we'll just put that as mediocre. Originality, I mean, it's mediocre, right? It's just dodgy. Graffiti tag bad example. Something like that, so that it just shows up. The name helps you differentiate it between the other one. So if we go back to here, we've got tagging, throw-ups, piece, and wild style. I don't actually know where this one fits, to be honest. Would it be a throw-up? I mean, would you count that as media? Could we have a media top-level tag and then extends out to like books, movies, and then graffiti as well? Or would that be under art? I guess it would be a subcategory or a category within art, right? So this would be a piece, right? Because it's because you've got the 3D, you've got the shadowing on the letters. It's fairly clean, and I mean you're using some pretty good contrast here. So I think we can put this as a piece. Piece graffiti example, and then we can put piece as the tag, and we'll notice that the style comes up here. So we can put piece here, and you'll notice that it references the node. So if we hover over that, it's going to, okay, I don't know why it's not. Letter structure is actually quite good. It's legible, which is more than I can say about a lot of graffiti that we see. I reckon it's overall is good. So we've got an example of a throw up. So I guess this is a throw up. So we'll use this one just so we have at least one example of each. Which I don't know where they get that term from, throw ups, but it sounds as though they're talking about like when you vomit, you throw up, like it's just a throw up. It's mediocre. I mean, you've got this dripping happening here, which wasn't intentional. And they started writing it up above, or was it intentional? Because we see the K that they started practicing with up here also had that exact same drip happen. So it could be intentional. We may never know. That it would be difficult to evaluate the speed and efficiency if we didn't see it happen. So I'll just say mediocre because they already tried and practiced there and failed a bit. So we can see in the graffiti tag table, it shows all of these, and the style is node, so it's taking that node, which is good, and it shows you the individual tags. So when you have an extends, stuff that extends the graffiti tag shows up in the tag. So we got some there. Some more here. Like, I mean, this is approaching a bit better, but it's still, it seems rushed. Like they really just don't care about their work too much. Don't do drugs. FTP, file transfer protocol. And there's nothing on the other side. I think it's been cleaned off. It's here. So I mean, the best one that we have is that one that we didn't name. So it's got good flow and rhythm, mediocre confidence, line quality, and mediocre originality. But I mean, technically, if you see this as a matrix, that is the best row there. So that's how you can model graffiti in Logseq. I just wanted to see if I could go out in the real world and take some photos of stuff or have a look at some things and see how we would actually model it realistically in Logseq. Claude is going to have to step up its game a bit. Oh. If anyone wants to buy me a video camera, feel free, because this is a DSLR and it does not work very well for video. As you can see, I'm struggling to zoom in on that one spot. Maybe if you try on this side.